You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
Apple has once again shown its resilience in the tech world. Even though iPhone sales growth slowed down this past quarter, the company still managed to beat Wall Street expectations. And that's no small feat. The latest numbers reveal that Apple's summertime performance was powered mainly by the strong debut of its premium iPhone 17 lineup, which hit the shelves just last month. Now, the interesting part is that these new iPhones don't boast the flashy artificial intelligence tricks that Samsung and Google have been heavily promoting. Instead, Apple focused on design and durability with what it calls a liquid glass look that gives the screen a sleek, futuristic edge. Pricing remained mostly the same too, which is impressive considering the ongoing trade tensions that continue to affect US devices assembled in India and China. Despite these hurdles, the formula worked. Consumers, particularly in the US, responded positively. iPhone sales reached an impressive $49 billion between July and September, up 6% from the same quarter last year. While that was slightly below what analysts had predicted, it still shows solid demand for Apple's flagship product. The company's total revenue jumped 8% to $102.5 billion, and profit nearly doubled to $27.5 billion, or $1.85 per share. These results easily surpassed forecasts and immediately lifted Apple's stock by about 4% in after-hours trading. In fact, Apple's market value recently crossed the $4 trillion mark, an incredible milestone that positions the company as one of the most valuable in history. Investors were already buzzing after a report from International Data Corp. Apple had broken its own iPhone sales record for the July to September period, but not everything is perfect in Cupertino. Apple continues to lag behind in the artificial intelligence race, an area where rivals like NVIDIA have surged ahead. NVIDIA, whose chips power much of today's AI innovation, recently became the first company valued at $5 trillion, and that's partly because of Apple's slower progress in this field. Apple had promised a wave of new AI features for last year's iPhones, including a much smarter version of Siri. But most of those updates are still in the pipeline and not expected until sometime next year. Still, history has shown that Apple often enters new tech trends later than its competitors, and then dominates once it does. If the company can successfully roll out its long-promised AI tools, analysts like Dan Ives from Wedbush Securities believe it could add another $1 to $1.5 trillion in market value. That means Apple could continue to redefine the game, just as it's done time and time again. Stay subscribed for more videos.